So we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Hey, Muna, Muna, Mary. Where the highs and lows may be there, the fights may be there, but when we get together as one, we can do it, we can do it. Tuchisobola, tuchibasa. Good morning. It's Random Cat Talk Thursday. Good morning. How are you? What is today, Yori? What is today? Double tap the screen. Oh, it's Shama. We can do it together as one. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Yeah. Hey, mukukola tuyombagana tulwana kana tusojjagana naye tukwatire wamu anti agali awamu gegaluma ennyama. So we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one. Hey, Muna, Mary. Where the highs and lows may be there, the fights may be there, but when we get together as one, we can do it, we can do it. Muchisobola, tuchibasa. So good morning guys, it's Random Cut Talk Thursday, and yesterday for once nakiriza you guys, we had 17 million shillings to look for a car. Neziwera sawa 10 nenzikiriza anti tiganye. Cut Talk Thursday, and so yesterday we were doing inspection with a lady who knew all my songs. Ngabo tuzukuba no broadcast yabade zonna azimanyi emnyimba zonna yabade azimanyi nga omulira nga aluyimba muli. I assume all of you guys that have watched the broadcast for a very long time, you know. Samuel Sise Tik Tok bajibani nganga neke tu empieja ijakula. Organically growth is coming. We are at 16k. So if you have not followed on TikTok, you can go ahead and follow. If you want to share as well, you can share the account with people, and we would actually be at bigger numbers. It's just that content. But I'm going, after like my submission of the assignment I'm doing this week, I'm going to work on the numbers. They will increase. So good morning guys, good morning. Mwebali kukera Muyombia Mark to see me Eddie Natu Habailon, Paul Sema, Jones Info, Derek Lule, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Juma Ali, Rashid Jagenda, Ingenia Joshua, UG256, Jonathan Semuwanga, Basic Chris, Patrick Reporter Farm, Pade Pade, Tumuhimbisa Ivan Junior, Samuel Sise, Mula Mick, Dorothy Namfuka, Henry Modern Drinks, Katumba Hamidu, Agambie nti hybrid was a bad idea. Sina chisula no entirely, by the way guys. Yes, I'm like 80% off of the hybrid thing, but I'm not yet off. I'm still doing the math. About my findings. Mikel UG, George Senkubuge, Saith Kagaba, Samuel Sisier, Rashid Jagenda. Oh yes, I can sing all other songs except the hip hop. Rio Rwagundi. Sereko Sekitoreko Norman, good morning. Sereko Star Chairman de Arlington. Arthur, are you saying TikTok was banned in you? No, my TikTok account was banned. So no, I'm not saying TikTok as an app. My account was banned. Goreti Nachi into, you can open 2 accounts with backup account. Yes, so I had a backup. It's what I'm working with right now. Ronald Muchwa, good morning. Nkube Tonya mwe mvude matuka kusawa 14 dakika 10. But we had to go really slow. The broadcast, but you know when it's raining, you really have to go slow. Express because the road can be slippery. Then a lot of bad things can happen when you overspeed during the rain. So it has rained from Matuka for now to Buziga. So let's see how it does up to town as we head out there. Gilbert Amanya, good morning. Lemegut. Morgan Michael, good morning guys. For the guys that are coming for the very first time, you're welcome. This but today they don't mama abante kunyizana akatono. She has worked with me, she has been in my corner. And that's how we started. So Random Cut Talk Thursday chibozi chirete toleta bibuzo leta chibozi. Now ka owners be yagala nyo Gilbert to yagala a promote 2008 and field at 2008. What would you go? All both those guys have good resale value. I find that the field right now is too much. The Primo 2008 is what I would take me. Zenga Arthur. Good morning, Alexis Sony, Isaac Iso 256, Joseph Konde. Good morning. Saith Agame Honda, did the Chinese explain to you why they had closed? No, they don't actually explain. That's the thing with tech companies. They just block. So one time I opened the TikTok app and I got the notification, your account has been permanently banned. And yeah, so but this is what I've had, that if you have people that are against the account, they can gang up like 20 people. They like every video multiple times. So if they like 20 videos at once, Ngabulioma liking those 20 videos, and there are 20 people, it's suspicious activity. For TikTok, it seems like you're using you're spamming, or using the smartphone farms, yeah, people that have like 100 phones in the same area. So if you have people doing that thing at the same time and so many liking so many videos, that can get you into trouble. But that's okay, guys. That's very okay. We will get where we have to be. Emmanuel Kabali, good morning. With 10 million, can I get a parcel? Yes, you can. I don't want the thing. Okay, now let me tell you guys. Yesterday, I met with this lady. She wanted to buy IST old model at 17 million. Now, this is what happened. The lady had already, and by the way, guys, people in the corporate world, you need to be extra careful. I totally understand that sometimes you buy bad cars and you don't even know you've bought a bad car. That's understandable. Or sometimes you buy a bad car and you think, okay, so the lady had already gotten like an option, IST UBB at 17 million shillings. Now, on the surface here, it looks like a UBB at 17 is a very good offer. And for the IST, it's a good offer because you guys have apparently raised the prices of the IST by giving it a lot of demand. This is where I'm discouraging everyone that is intending to buy an IST vehicle. We looked at all ISTs in the market, at least the ones we saw in that budget ranging. They were bad, the old models. And the ones that everyone was sure were good, now, why would I invest 20 million shillings in the IST old model? You get it? So most of the IST old models, they are not good. They are not good at all. I don't know how those people keep their cars, but they are just not clean. But those ISTs are not good. As a matter of fact, by the time we left, the lady had kind of decided that, you know what, I think the IST is going to get out of my system. The IST is a good car, and from the surface, when people are explaining to you, it seems like it's a stronger car than most of the cars in the market. But let me tell you why it seems like it's a strong car. That car seems like it's a strong car because it's compact. Everything is together. The smaller the surface area of a car, the stronger it will look. It looks like it's even stronger than the Vitz, but that's because the Vitz new model, for example, has more space. But still, if you went and saw the Vitz old model and the IST only looks like it's strong because it has bigger, macho-looking lights, macho-looking door handles. You get it? But the Vitz, if you got like a Vitz RS, it would be sexier than the IST. But still, you guys want the IST. Right now, I'm discouraging you guys from buying the IST. It's overpriced and most of them are bad. Primo. So we saw how many ISTs. Let me see. The first one we saw, then we saw a UBG, then we saw a UBE, and then of course most of the ISTs are in US series, guys. It's a singer, and that's where you'll find the good ISTs probably. Maybe, I'm just saying maybe. But the one thing I find that about most ISTs is that most of them are dirty. They are dirty. And one of the reasons why most of the cars in Uganda are dirty is because you guys want to save fuel. So temuvuga SC. Emoroka neroke jijjula mwenfufu. Okitegeera. Then wano kunziji wano mizindalo, I find that a lot of people step when they are stepping the doorstep like places here wano wetulinyanga tuyingira bakwa ettaka ligenda yingira mu mizindalo, and then they don't clean those places. Kati olina abeera ne mmoroka nga awantu awo walabika bubi nnyo. Then ekirala kye nalabye, the washing base where you go, guys, the material of cloth they use to wash your cars should be soft. It should be soft, otherwise they are spoiling the plastics in your car. And then I also find that they should wash your car with clean water. Tokkiriza muntu kwoza mmoroka yo n'amazzi gaddugala. Okitegeera amazzi g'emyala. Banange mmoroka nyingi nchafu. And then of course, when you're buying a car, guys, try as much as possible to avoid a car that has an accident history, especially when the accident history was in the rear. Walimu kabine mabega woku mubutubutwa. Avoid buying okujango ojugulanga ya raisi compared to the alternatives. But with the ISTs, nebera ya chigo nebera ya accident zonna baziseera. Okitegeera. Now, sometimes the goal is to go get a car, and I would have really wished for this lady to get a car yesterday. Yeah, yanga. Emoroka nga si nnungi. And I understand 17 million shillings is a lot of money. Million kumi na msambu sete siza amuzanyo. The only problem, okay, let me just break down the problem we had yesterday. Problem number one was that omuchara yabada yagala IST. IST yongayo, it's overpriced. Number two, the lady wanted the IST in UB, UBB, UBA, UB something, not UA. That's problem number two. Problem number three, yantu tokulonanga nonda moroka yangi. That's the other problem. For example, if this lady had gone with like a mechanic, yabada agenda fune moroke guro, and still she would be happy. But the issue right now, I find that nze wengenda musare. Me, when I go to buy a car with someone, I'm not buying a car for them. I'm not simply helping them get a car. Nze moroka jesi inza gura chiba chizibu to encourage you to buy it. And I think we had those three problems. One is that we wanted the IST. Two, we wanted the IST in the UB series. And three, Arthur was buying a car for himself. And those three problems zitutawa nyebisere bimu. Nzokwata mili 17 nziteke mu moroka genda banti mbi. Kebere UB chi nganjira bambi. I would rather go to the bond in Bampola. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Nzokwata million 17 to buy a bad IST. I would rather get the 17 million nenzitwale wo muyindi na mpola ka vitsa ka million 25. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Now, most IST old models in the market are bad. It's a fact. The ones that are good are nazo season nunje echiri yao zili mu million ya 2. Now, for me to buy the IST old model at 20 million shillings would be a bad buy, whether you like it or not. A bit of bad buy. Of course, I know there are people that would go ahead and buy the IST old model at 20 million and still be happy. Now, the question is going to be, if you buy the IST old model at 20 million, we will not talk to upgrade ogenda jitu jiguzani. Because kids are Ghana. Tugenda tukanga IST old models ziweddeko. Ngaza million 10. It's going to get to such a time. Because tugenda tukanga abantu bachayagala gula morokezo. Also, talking about hybrids, whether you like it or not, we are going to get to a point where the hybrids are the biggest population of cars in Kampala. Now, why will we have the biggest population of cars in Kampala? It's because, unlike Arthur, the hybrid is sigitanti imbi. I drive a minimum of 14 kilometers of Maram roads a day. Ntimvuga kilomita 7 okuva ewange okujja ku kubo Maram road n'okudda yezo 7 sibale. Kati obale n'enfufu eri geno. Now, for the most of you guys can actually buy a hybrid. Some of you guys live in Tinda, some of you guys live in Chibuli, some of you guys live in Chitintare, some of you guys live in Bukoto. So some of you guys, the hybrid is actually a good idea. Not for me. Why not for me? Kati amata adompaga chiga kuyita wo gakungamba. Buy guys muyige. Toddamu kuwa muntu mataranga tomugamba yitawo. Bwobo yagala kuvuga already omuntu abayimidde vuga oyitewo. So guys, abala mwena kati omuntu abera mu kitundu nga kino ngokolera mu kibuga hybrid jigule. You get like me, I'm still contemplating because I drive a considerable amount of distance na mvuga taka. Atenge enfufusi ya muzanyo. I look at my air cleaners. Me, I change an air cleaner every month. Air cleaner ya engine nzenga Arthur olumu ebera simbi. Like there's a time I was changing mechanic nangani yakwali kafuyemu, and I told him the sifu. Also, I find that I'm obsessed with making sure I have my car in good condition. Yeah, so savings, I'm still calculating to see if I am to change the hybrid system filter, the hybrid battery filter periodically, how much will I be spending? Because nyinzo kwesanga nyino kuchusa hybrid filter every 2 weeks nzenga Arthur. Because the hybrid filter doesn't look to be very effective. So kati wemba wakajichusa, let's say every month nga choose a hybrid filter, nenga ajifuamu every 2 weeks, how much do I have to spend and how much effort do I have to put in? If that makes sense to me, I'll definitely buy hybrid. But still, yetaga mathing amunji. Today kumoroka jitwali meri dofuna yesterday. So we saw the first hybrid we saw. The lady had got the hybrid from a friend of hers, Muchibanda somewhere. So we got to see, and normally when someone gets their own car, it's what I want, because it saves my time. And that's what I thought. But we had to say, because we reached the Chibanda, so there Chibanda had very clean pieces of cars, and we waited for the IST Neja. It was a UBB. I wasn't impressed on first look. It's very hard to impress me, especially if we are looking at spending a lot of money, like 17 million shillings for the IST old model. It better be in very good shape, yeah. Bobanga IST ogenda jigura milioni 14, 13, okitegera 15 ogamba kaleko. Atela you, if you're picky, still there are use obutafuna moroka. If I'm buying an IST like 14 million shillings and I'm not picky about the number plate, we can definitely get a can to gamba tujuze 13 oba 14 katukate kwa 10 million za FB tuziteke mweterere. Okitegera begwede mu milioni 16. Still, I don't find it to be a very wise decision. But that's because people like certain cars, and it's understandable that people like certain cars. So IST jetwalabe yasose wansi yabadde njochemu, like on the chassis, shock absorbers zabadde ndwadde, okitegere, engine ngenywa oil, body nga bagitomeramu emabega nga n'obukyafu munda nchafu. But the biggest turn-offs were the engine eyabadde enywa oil, neka accident yake emabega, and of course n'obukyafu nga teteina na mipiira. For 17 million shillings, that would be a very bad buy. Okitegeera kuba gojja tuuka ate. One thing that you guys need to understand is that if a trader is selling a car at 17 million shillings, it means that emoroka eyo mukatali yandibadde ya 14 oba 15. And most of the ISTs in the market are with traders, because what happens is that most people, when they buy these ISTs, bazigula bei ne batuuka nga baagala okutunda nga baagala kutunda bei. Now bwe batuuka okutunda nga baagala kutunda bei and no one is willing to give them that money, ne babeera n'emmoroka zaabwe kati agenda tuuka okutunda ng'alina ebizibu. Okitegeera n'apapala abasuubuzi ne bagigula layisi. You see that IST? It looks good, naye enfuuwe bakagigolola. Oluggi lw'emabega balugolola ate ne balugolola bubi. Okitegeera kati for the guys that are addicted to nga gofiira ku IST, this Vitz ogiraba, your Vitz is very intact, much more intact than the IST. But still someone will come out and tell you nze njagala IST because the IST is a good car and all that. Okitegeera. Now, this is the time that you guys tugenda kutuuka nga emoroka zo nga bwe tuzimanye ziri reliable, zi IST, zi Fielder, zani nga tezikyaliyo nga mugula obwo bu Impreza. Okalabye mugenda tuuka nga mugula Impreza ezo, because Imprezas are quite as reliable as Toyotas, and it's just the maintenance that is a little expensive. Ne mugenda tuuka nga mugula Imprezas ezo. Era ensonga lwaki nkimanyi zaaze, because for example, I'll give you an example. Instead of buying the IST, like yesterday we saw a Subaru yabadde ku UBN nga bajagala milioni 17 ngeri intact, ngeri mubulu wa Subaru nga mumanyi. But I did not even mention it because I knew the person that was buying a car already stuck on IST. I told you options are IST, Fielder, those two cars. Kazinendala zona I was bringing suggestions. I was bringing options to make sure that we get a car yesterday that is good, because you know we're not saying I lost hope in getting the IST, because most of them are bad. For 17 million, kati omuntu alina milioni 17 botandise okutuuka oluba oluyingire emmotoka empya, bw'obatandise okuyingira, because the Vitz eyinga milioni oba 2.25 kati mu bond. Of course kati nezo nazo ziri mu kuggwamu. By next year we're going to have Vitz as a million 32. I showed you guys Vitz 32 one time. Yeah? Tugenda tuuka akaseera nga Vitz eziriwo za milioni 32. And they are there kati wera mu bond gye zemu Vitz za milioni 32. But you just imagine buying a Vitz at 32 million. Ziractis zayingide na zi milioni kati 3. Okitegeera. Sienta waliyo ne yana mu 5 nga nkwata sente milioni 45 nga ngula sienta. mbandika ekindaba antu no bakiza okuyingira mu leeni yaabwe akaperi. But anyway, so guys, let me just read some of the comments here tugende mu maaso. Remember, today is Random Cat Talk Thursday. Kibozi mu kireete. Noonya wennakomye. Let me get a front seat mpulire nemegu. Kali kaleni ko makati kaine ngeje katambula mukateke tubatudamu. Kati bakuda ate nako tekatambula kiri awo. Kati ate no leni yenu yesinga okutambula. Ogiraba? Eno leni yesinga ato okutambula. Okay. So, I'm still giving you the conversation from yesterday. Just talk about the wish new shape. Just buy. Which new shape? Valvematic. Arthur, sorry for your account, but we have to follow the new one. It will be more massive. Amina. Arthur, ebintunga bitabuse with 70 million. The cars were there per day. Emoroka zabaddewo. We failed to get a good car. I think I should have added the keyword good car. And the reason why we failed to get a good car is because to add it no nyemoroka chikachitya. That's why normally I tell you guys, when you come to buy a car, jangu yingira katalenga, you are a bit flexible. You are a bit better yongoli kati olaba kata akamoroka ako. Kali wako akatuita ka fan cargo. Kali ku UBF. Niyo kalaba nga kali intact tebaka kwatanga mu body. Okitegeera just opira bwako butonomu. Nengo kala tebaka kwatanga ko mu body. Kati oyinza osanga omukazi oyo lwakuwengeri gyali mukazi maaso yatomera dda bonnet tetuula nyinga ayinza oba teyatomeranga bonnet tetuula butuuzi but katolaba kakamoroka nga kafaani kagaako osobola okukagwako ng'omukazi bimukutte nga gampa $15,000,000. Okitegeera, it has the same engine with the IST kuba nako mulimu obeera mu 1NZ waliwo obulimu 2NZ. Nti ojasanga kalimu almost everything with the IST is the same. Nenga someone is stuck to the IST because yeja amanyi. Okitegeera Still at 17 you could get a good Vitz. Of course, at Vitz now the problem is that evera ya CC lukumi. But me have driven a CC 1000 CC vehicle and I see no problem with it. Okitegeera. Mr. Arthur, say our committee is big. Yesterday was on Kasuku in the comments. Nathan saw me and I was surprised recognizing me to starch from For the Love of Cars. Hey, good morning, Dr. Kasule Matia. Sebugwao Medi, Sebuma Adam, Katumba Midu Agambi. Listen, guys, double tap your screen. Emmanuel 179. Are you saying hybrid cars are not good off-road cars? No, they are not. And it's the dust. It's the dust, Michael. Kale, you should have told her about the Subaru. I did not because she wasn't there. Ate Subaru bagiguze, by the way. Bagiguze. Otwagira bidendo za babadde bali mujikebera so they bought it. My brother Fielders, especially 2010 models with one NZ, they are so expensive. Oh, UBP is 32 million. I got 32 yawo now. Kati why would you buy UBP at 32? Nga MP ya bond ya million asatu oba mutano oba mukaaga. Nza no butaziweza. But Vitz is really nice. Can I have one of 900 and it really works? Yes, John. Even the Alex Ranix, they happy for Katrina we to saying an Alex na tusobolo ginonya na enebula. I'm going to tell you how the story ended. Subaru echikubadde maso cha tabu. Subaru UBN at 17. Asajo ogedeko because we were not looking at the Subarus. Okitegeera Can the VVTi and Valvematic, what's the difference? John Mary, Valvematic is improvement of VVTi. Good morning. Help me talk about Subaru Impreza XV. Why is it priced? It's Jabaita crossover. So the lady went back without a car. Dennis Kamukama. Kakati no Dennis temula bantu mweka nze nti omuntu yaza $1,17 nadayo taina motoka. Kati nze sichirabangako. You need to even look at me while I say this. Guys, twabadde mu moroka nga tuli makanika ne tunyogoga. Tetukirabangako. For one to have 17 million shillings and you fail to get a good car. Tetukirabangako. Twanyogoze twavudde twasembedde ndoza nakawa. Nakawa eyo twasanzeyo Fielder 2006 Fielder, the one that comes before the one that was 2008. Nga nyini yo ajagala $1,19,000. Kati broker ya nkozeseza ensobi tuli eyo tutambula ngamba jangu yabadde ku UBG emipiira gyonna mipya lwakuba yaddeko akantu kuyingi nga twaga tuketegereze ate nyiniyo nga ne tulinya ne budget ne tuyingira mu milioni 18 kuba yo fielder yabadde ebimukolera omukyala omusajja n'alimira mu milioni 19 kyokka baatujje twavudde nga they are telling us come field omusajja ono ajja kukwata milioni ayinza n'okukwata 17 nze nezijanga obwongo bwange ntaddemu omukyala nga mugambe yongerako milioni emu tugule field eri because nungi it's a better buy than the IST nakkiriza tutuukawo omusajja tuma milioni 18 tijagala 19 neyekyanga ne tubeerawo for like 40 minutes ne batuleetera obumotoka awo baalese bukarawuumu okitegera naye era tebubikola omukyala tayagala rawumu because of the sidings of course the rawumu they bought wasn't good naye rawumu nenjija nayo mu system mwe you guys can be there nze nannyogoze paka saawa 4 za kiro nasigadde ngamba mama abani tugeze ne milioni 17 ntafuna moroka nungi like it's a fast at 17 million shillings is a lot of money and it would be very easy for me to just say to malega gula chetugula by the way twafunye moroka naye ngade sinagira ako physical nenga bangamba moroka nungi yabadde era IST naye nga ya ready kati IST ya ready eyo nga babadde bagira mu de milioni 16 ngeri ku UBA nengamba omukyala you know what we are going to do right now kusobola okufuna moroka eyo IST what they are ready to jugule tugule milioni nga 15 the lady did not like red Hatoraba, every time you put a bottleneck, bitabukamu. Kati, the IST was ready. Zenemugamba, you know what? Since our budget has been almost about day to 18, what we could do, you buy that IST, but what dollar reading you can invest like 500k no spraying, no take a alteration of particulars ku URA by Ministry of Works. Chara yaganya gambia ebyokola bibera bingi. Kati awo nituba stack nituberera ddala stack awo makanika akubidde omu ku client bayinaka Alex ali ebweru akatuguze nti kapya nnyo kali ku UBE musajja naga nange situunda kati nja kutunda mu December you get kwegamba olunaku lweggulo lwatutabuseeko ate nenkuba neetonya. There is a time we went to Lumumba Avenue ne tuparkinga with dakiika nange enkuba etonya ngemoroka etokota because you know how you be in kanga enkuba etonya you cannot breathe ngemoroka etokota tulesemu esinga tuine moroka gye tulinda netajja cheka nawo abadde batusize area kutusembeza. They told us they had a UBA tugendo tuka nga waliwo UAW and the lady was strict, she wanted the UB series car. So muna yote ntulemedde ofune moroka yesterday. Hamza Zax, Nchikubantya. You explain the meaning of those numbers like markings on the car tires. I have a video that explains the meaning of the numbers on the tires. It's one of the very first videos I did a long time ago. So you can go and check it out. So guys, music one. Guys, I do pre-purchase inspection if you're going to buy a car. I come with a mechanic and we charge a small amount, 450,000 shillings. Izo sente kwe kuli amafuta agatutambuza okulaba emmoroka weziri kwe kuli sentence covering my time and the mechanic's time. That's very little money. Okitegeera, very very little money for because for anything yesterday any other person nebo yali badde mechanic ayike gro babadde bagula emmoroka, I'm telling you. Nabo twatuuse ng'emmoroka makanika agamba obatwala eri ne mugamba atwala eri guna milioni 17 ozimanyi like 17 million shillings is a lot. Actually just for buying the IST old model 17 million is a lot. Okitegeera, right? 17 million is a lot, but I understand that someone can be stuck nga yamanyi emoroka yenungi. You remember like how someone bought Espacio new model at yajigula 25 nga tufunye field ya 25 nga ne namba mpya kweli n'obulungi nungi ku Spacio naye nga ye obwongo bwe yali amanyi Spacio is the good car. So nagula Spacio eri ku UBD. Actually that person bought a Spacio, was it UBD UBG milioni 25 nga waliwo Fielder 2008 UBK milioni 25 yoli obwongo bwe bwali bwamugamba Spacio is the best car. You get and then I also remember I found also someone wanted to buy a Spacio new model at 23. Was it 23? Nemugamba yongera kosi yali 25. Nemugamba yongera ke million 2 tunonye moroka empya mu bond. So that day we went and instead bought a parcel set at 27 million shillings. Then I also remember that one of the very first people I inspected wanted to buy Musali wanted to buy a Succeed an old Succeed at like 25. Nemugamba nedda. Now then we went to the Vibandas, we looked for Succeeds pro boxes. They were bad. Nemugana yomanyi tugeze se tugende ko mu bond. We reached the bond, the first Succeed she saw, she bought it. Now yongera muka budget. Of course she had the money. Then I remember also another person yali agala gulera Spacio new model. But guys, emoroka ze musinga okwagala ezwe mwe muziretera okubera overpriced. This person also wanted to buy Spacio new model. Bali bajimuguze milioni 25. Bali bajimuguze milioni 25, teina mipira, teina battery, tekola AC. Na bajimuguza 25 million shillings. And I told him no. Let's go to the bond. Netugenda mu bond netugulayo ka rawumu milioni 24. Nga kapyanga yaketandikidde. Okitegeera nenga rawumu yayita jaga. Nemugane tugendeko mu bond tutuleko mu moroka empya. Olawo badalo kyagala ogula space yenkadde. And yeah, I've not heard from him since then, but I know he's happy with the decision he made. So guys, I'm discouraging you from buying those hot cake cars old. Emoroka ezo ze bayita hot cake muzesonyiwe. And the hot cake cars include Spacio, IST, Primo, what other car there? Wow, Muruku hot cake. Kind of course, the kind of field that I got a quick attack hot cake. Nengera field that I will have said I told you good Jason anyway. What's taking it? But Primos, Spacios, ISTs is a morokezo. Tokiliza muntu kuseerera yo. Probox, even the Probox I'm thinking. Tokiliza muntu kuseera. Tokiliza muntu kuseerera yo. You can definitely get a better car. Niweba see hot cake. For example, the alternatives we had yesterday at 17 million shillings included a Sienta. Because a Sienta with 17 million shillings would have gotten an almost new car. The other option we had was a Rawum. Remember guys, there is a time we bought a Rawum new model at 14. We bought a Rawum new model at 14. Ngate nunji. Egruba to the Rawum new model. Munamba yemu je twagula 14 UBF. Ngate yombi. Ngasebo gaya yogera yema tija 17. 17. Ningamba chichichino. Ngane S6 kola. And by the way guys, one of the reasons every time we fail to get a car, it's because we have been stuck on a certain type of car, and that type of car that's why sometimes we go without a car. Like for example, there are people that call me they want to buy a Probox or Succeed. Those ones in Bagambira sijajikebera. Probox Succeed gendo ogule yo mu bondi. Wezirya nungi naye bajjaji kuseera. Katenge ebiseera ebimwe, because a good Probox will start from 18 million shillings. Ate yo nambe bankadde UAW. Okitegeera, so nga ate kwezo 18 million ogattako emiliyoni 14 n'ofuna Succeed empya mu bond. Nete zaalinya kweli, zinzo bano zaalinya nga nze simanyi. Ndudde okugigulayo mu bond. But I'm giving you a perspective so that owalola kiguddemu. Anti kati oyimiridde mu kkubo lyange. Katalaba akasiyenta nga ka UBA kyako. Okyasobola okukasanga milioni nga 17. Okitegeera. But you guys have understood, you guys don't like Sientas. Kati yo navayo, I no longer even suggest Sientas for people because people don't like Sientas. But for me, okugula IST old model milioni 17 ngulamu Sienta nungi. Yes, the Sienta is not that comfortable. Obutobulinga bench, kaino obutala bwa pitch. But still, it's a much better buy than getting an IST ngate mu ebyokukola bingi. Ngate olumu Sienta ujjajifulanga ebyokukola teina bingi. And at this moment, I think I've started considering buying Subarus as well. Why? because price egula kati 17 million shillings wabaddewo Subaru Impreza nga ya milioni 17 UBN. Of course yabadde color blue, but blue oli alabika bulungi nnyo mu Subarus, so it would be a good buy for if you are buying an Impreza. But still omuntu ajaga ha Subaru simanyi. But sometimes when you look at your budget, oyinza okuba nga oli forced to government kale let me compromise and buy this. Sometimes we compromise, like for example when I bought the Ractis nze mu bond, and I'm happy with it though. When again I'm bond nali sigenze gula Ractis, oli one of the members here yangulako ka vitizi kankaluko mu bisatu, and I went to the bond taking a chance ndabo banyinzo kafunayo vitizi ya lukumu bisatu nembula atenzi sita kisumuluzo. So that very day I said okay, what car can I look at now, what other car nga Ractis weri netukeberawo Ractis paka bwetwagira ndavayo sijiguze na jigula. I left the mechanic with money nasasula emmoroka nagindeetera. You get it? So I find that sometimes we need to learn to compromise, because the emmoroka gyogula yiyo and let's not compromise with buying a bad car because we think it's a hot cake over. And this is where probably I can discourage people from looking at resale value. Sometimes resale value jiva konoga kakati emmoroka eno bwenjigula sente zino njongeramu sente mmeka, bwe naamala ojongeramu sente bweziti enempa mirembe gyenkanaki. Waliwo emmoroka ezimwe nga ne bw'onoogigula n'ojongeramu sente tesobola kubeerera comfortable, kale nga tejja kuwoomera. I'll give you an example. The ISTs we saw zonna n'okulaba nti naziganye, nti ISTs ezo oziraba nti twalibadde tuzigula naye nga nze nga Arthur kale I would not have felt comfortable. Omukyala yabadde mukyala yabadde agula emmoroka eyo yesterday, but I find that the lady would not have been comfortable in those cars zonna kuba ekisooka zaabadde nkyafu ate nga sente ze nyingi. 17 million shillings guys, you should be able to buy a car that is really clean, very clean. 17 million shillings emmoroka yalibadde nnyonjo. Mujjukira the Ractis we bought at 19, twagigoba 19.5 over 19. Ractis yali nnyonjo. Kati oba ne fielder yenyini gye mbagambe gye twasembeddeko, the one that the man refused at 19, era letu yabadde nnyonjo biri awo. Naye kati nga compared to all the cars that we have seen, nga that fielder is better. Naye nga twabadde tugigula 18 nga gaaya alemedde milioni 19. So you see, I find that sometimes let's compromise. Now, for you guys that are about to buy cars, December is going to be bloody. It's katimoro kuraba ziri nye mwezi guno. December is going to be bloody. Cars are going to be much more expensive than we even think. Why? Because katimoro ka mubondi ziri nye katibali miaka kativitizi ya satumwebili yeri mubondi 32. Of course it's a newer model. Kalimu ka ingi no baka limu ka 1KR over 1NR. It's much better fuel economy. It looks better, but milioni 32, that's a stretch. Kati omuntu yagula vitizi milioni 25 bwaba agitunda agamba nze nyongerako kwongerako milioni 7 mulambo okufuna emmoroka empya. Bwayebala munga tazina nga agamba mumpe milioni zange 26 kasabala kubanga yagigula 25 n'agigulira emipiira mipya, okitegera agikozeekozemu awo ebintu gwe tolina kyogenda kukola. So the cars are going to be a little bit expensive, but you guys will get cars. Just don't be so picky. Right now, I think you should start also considering Subarus, because Subaru is almost Toyota. Maintenance ya Subaru eri waggulumu, but for the guys that live near, nga kati katinze nze mbeera wala, but I'm not nakwata mu suspension plate omulundi gumu. I think I've got 14 kilometers of maram. Olumwe muroke kola inspection. Okitegeera gwe mara okola inspection evuga a minimum of 100 kilometers a day. Okitegeera katinze. Let me see which comments did I read. Mukundane Gideon. It's not easy working with someone who is not flexible with their preferences, especially if they aren't buying from a dealership. Bobanga totally flexible, bana gena mu bond. I think it's the most important thing. Story ya maka tukanjiba wencha bana guys. Kanjiba wencha ngene maize ka assignment kano kantwala. North Korea, Chris Da Vinci chechiriwo. Bane bwaba oli aina IST nga nungi ngeri mu sente zaffe milioni 17 nga nungi. Tompitira moroka ambi kubanja jigoba. Njagala IST nga nungi milioni zaffe 17 tujigula leero. Naye sijja woli sente za inspection zawe ndiko gireta wano. Era onkubira ne kanjirete ku office yange njirabe. That's the reason why I even invited people from TikTok. Bajje kati wamba amudira nga ina IST nga nungi nga ya milioni 17 gwe jindeetire bagenda gisasula lwa leero. Bobango ina fielder ya milioni 17 kale fielder tuyinza okwongera mu akakadde nga nungi tetomeranga nga yingi ni nungi nga ebyokukola bitono because oli mukyala abakyala bababba nnyo okitegeera brother. What maximum can I put fielder UBP 2010 if it's intact? Just go to the bond. I'll come Timo. Just go to the bond. Bubogenda gula UBP. I'm telling you, the price you're going to buy that car. Okujja konga ine chintu chiri special. Ochitegera. Let me give you an example. Waliwe morokanga mu bond tezichajja. Kati bobanga mu bond tezichajja ngate the version that is coming in the bond is much more expensive. Yeah? Then you can buy the one outside. Ochitegera. Oba sechonga mu bond the price increased considerably, which I don't think is happening with the fielder. You inbox me and tell me how much you're buying that car, how much they are telling you to buy it, and then I ask around in a bond to see how much you can buy. Because fielder zoba zisera nyo fielder tezidi ikochi. Ate fielder price yazo ebadde soka milioni 23 nya okitegeera. What car do you recommend if I want to travel long distance in Kampala Kabale Sironko Atenga the car has all cars, it depends on your budget. Ne Subaru ekola ne Vitz ekola. Tell me about, okay. Good morning, Chris Fitness. Bailonaga, there is me who is looking and fixed on a fielder and a Primo new model with 17. Just allocate some time and I come back from Bali today. Hey, Bailoni 17 million shillings ogenda kujja wa fielder. Tetwayogera ko ku WhatsApp by the way Bailoni. 17 ogenda kujja wa fielder badnange. A man didn't manual fanatic the day you ditched manual, you did me bad. My manual car is there. Weli moroka yange nagano kutunda kebere wao. How are you? I'm Waswa from Ruero. Do you also inspect tractors? Tractors sija kulimba sizi inspecting. Moroka, if I'm inspecting, yes I do diesel cars, but tukoma kulole zino. Tetugenda mu tractors, graders. Arthur, the lady knew what she wanted. I need a Toyota IST, the one of 2010 as my first car. Kati ya milioni ngabi ni musatu osobola okujifuna. Kaya teche ekirala ekiri ku IST old models, instead of buying the IST old model at 19, you would rather buy the IST new model at like 25. Noba wakezo ne bakubanjayo. Extra ziri zitya togula bisidani ebyo. What's the difference of from Mark X 13 from premium? Anti buli mwaka gulimu premium. Premium. Dorothy, yes, we failed to get a car, but we are going to see what happens today. I'm looking for a fielder 20 million. Can I get a good, nice fielder? Bro, I don't want to say nice, good fielder, but you can get a fielder. Kati ngeyo jitwala 2006, nyino yabadaga na milioni 19. Kati yusobolo jibula. Atoku manyanga abantu beera mula. He came from Jinja, he went back to Jinja with his car. Ngaga mbate mpa 19 azira ne moroka yange enaddayo. So that's what happened, guys. It's not pleasant for me. It's painful, but tudanga tufunye moroka. It's really painful. Ate sagala kola bintu byakwejja konti tugule tugende. Okitegeera nti sometimes tusobola okusalawo tugule moroka ngana mwe mujja gabe moroka nungi naye nga si nungi nga it's not worth the money. I believe if she knew what she wanted, she should have had the right amount of money. No. Answer it omanyecha echamutawanya. Waliwo omuntu gwamanyi mukwano gwe yamugamba nti yalina IST old model in perfect condition at 17. Osegeera neto agenzo toka ku IST nga teri in perfect condition. Ate nno katikamba bulire ekintu ekiriwo. Nti sometimes we even get offered money. Emmoroka eje twasoso okulaba ya mukwano gwe yaziza mechanic buy na amugamba olire ne wange omulimu muguyise. Osegeera kati for us it would have been very, very convenient for us to just say tugule no IST tugende. Ekirungi agiguze ku mukwano gwe amugamba nungi kati naffe tugamba bugambi ki tuba tukonye mbukonye. But ebintu sikyabikola. Okitegeera sikyayinza gamba mbu tumale gafuna muruka tugende. olaba kati nze ngula moroka bwe tuba tugula moroka tugula yange tetugula yiyo emoroka tugula yange. It's painful okuja kwaliwo omuntu ayinza okujja nakulaga attitude bwakulaga attitude ogamba wayi katugule moroka eno agende neyo abiveemu naye kati omuntu atakulaze wano by the guys wano waliwo nabagamba Outland eri wano mu parking yaffe budget ne $1,24,000 UBL. Arthur, what do you have to say about IST 2010 and Subaru as a first car? They are good cars. They are good cars. They are both good cars. But I find that the IST is overpriced. I would take a Subaru any day. Bylon, she was not happy. Definitely, she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. Atolaba nze nange edda bwe nagenda ngokunoonya emmoroka nga nange kale kamale gatwala eno sikyamala gatwala sikyamala gatwala nti olw'okuba kika kye njagala male sikyamala gatwala. I take my time. Nina ka Toyota Camry kafaanana Mark 2 nakagula 6.5 Arthur. Olowooza natomera cause eyina yingini ya 4S nkole ntya kannyumire wagula dda 4S 3S wagula dda nyumirwa vuga moroka yo. So guys, it's sad we're together ntafuna moroka. It's really sad. Ate for her it might have been sad, but for me it almost looks like a failure anti twalemere okufuna moroka. But I understand the bottlenecks we had. Pressure kendiko, I'm processing a driver's license first. I think it's the right procedure. Yeah. Get a driver's license first. It was for me. It was painful. Sichirabangako. Senga walabyo kunyogogo kwa badde mu motoka. We had another gentleman with us. Yabada to the mabega wa driver. Nayenga na yanyogoze. Ate that man ye yasoso gaba mukwano gwe omanyi ogenda kuddayo soke we sorting tukomewo. Kati ate yakyogedde na kumachanga tunaba kutambula nnyo. It's very hard for me to give up. Nenda tusenengana Hamza Zax. I replied nzijukira nga nkuddamu Hamza Zax tewawulidde buwulizi. So guys, munzikirize mbasiibule. It's bad mwete mmanyi bwe mpulira nti emoroka oboziraba ku kkubo zonna nga mpitirivu naye okufuna emoroka gy'oyagala mu ssente zo. Kati guys, emoroka ze mwali badde mutandika okuvaako muve ku IST muve ku Spacio new model Fielder okujjako ng'ogifunye ng'ogigula ku muntu gw'omanyi naye ezo Fielder nazo kati baziseera Primo ezo nazo muziveeko. IST, Spacio, Primo, mostly those cars. Ne Fielder kati mutandika okutunulako ewalala kubanga kati I see people buying Spacio new models. You bid these $1,200,000. Why would you buy a Spacio new model? Gwomanye myaka you bid DJ tambulidde ku kkubo. Omanye moroka eriko you bid banga liet. Nze nvuga you bid peri ku kkubo kategenda weza omwaka. Iweza mwaka I think end of January oba? End of January. Kati ene moroka weweza mwaka end of January. UBN egenda weza myaka 2 mwaka gujja nga gutandika mu March awo I think. UBN yawezezza omwaka. UBN yawezezza omwaka. Kitegeeza UBM egenda mu myaka 2. Owulira kitegeeza moroka kya namba kyawo ero egenda mu myaka 3 ng'eri ku kkubo. Negwe n'okwata ssente nga bw'oyongerako $3,000,000 nya ofune moroka etaweza myaka 2 ku kkubo. N'ozigulamu moroka ine emyaka 10. Because you bid this almost 10 years. Why would you buy a car that is 10 years sending a bwongera katono ofune moroka empya? A Mark X twadi tuzifune Mark X zara yisi bwe kyobomanya kale compared to the ISTs like for example. Wekitegeera abayirone okyusiza otandisa okutundako otandisa okuddako mu Impreza. I just have 23 million but not sure which car would go for as my first car. Look at the cars. So continue options. I don't want to bias you. just look at all the cars that are available or breaking a dice guys kamba sibling inekola assignment eno njimale the deadline is tomorrow mbulamu obokutereza tereza nyine ebigambo bingi one of the assignments enambe mbatugamba olina okubina ebigambo 15 zinyine ebigambo 13 kati you can imagine assignment nga ogikoze ngeri perfect ng'olina okusala ebigambo 15 that's mula ebigambo nga bwembiyina ne bwemba ntypinga nyine ebigambo biyitirivu guys kamba sibule banayi mwebale kukeera tunabala encha question Friday ebibuzo byesize munja bidda mwencha muyombya enjamba bwine story ya Mark 2 muyombya Mark 2 sime Edna tu Habailon Paul Sema Jones Info Derek Dole Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm Juma Ali na yero mchara Sam Vundeko right now ne ku TikTok oluva wano genda ko ku TikTok ngole video ya dakiika emu nga mpita baina IST enungi naye baina kunsanga wendi omukyala naye ngenda muyita naye addukeyoko ku office ajja tuleku wano essaawa nga 2 nze kasitaba ngamba tuleeta jango tuleku wano ewange essaawa ng'emu tulabe emmotoka ze batuleetera because eggula amafuta twavuze mangi okitegeera but I'm going to call her right now. I'm going to put a call on TikTok mbasabe fielder ne IST ennungi bazindeetere era naye bw'oba gy'olinga ogirina naye tulina million 18 maximum kitegeeze 18 kirina okubanga the extreme good era bwe zinajja tugenda kulondamu eyo nnungi ejjira edda wali eyo nnungi bwegenda okitegeera bwe tutyo paka nafunamu emmoloka ennungi Rashid jagenda Ingnia Joshua UG256 Jonathan Semuwanga Basic Chris Patrick Rio Portrait Farm we pade tumuhimbise Ivan Junior Samuel Sisi Musomesa Mula Mick Dorothy Namfuka Henry Modern Juice Katumba Hamidu Mikel UG Judge Senkubuge Saith Kagaba Travel Live Vlog Sechoreko Norman Nsereko Starch Chamba de Hannington Ronald Muchwa Sechoreko Norman Goreti Nachintu Lemegu Gilbert Amanya Morgan Michael Daniel Serunjoji era by the way boy na IST nga nungi ng'ogyewulira ng'esobola ogwa mu sente zaffe bw'eba esukkawo togireeta njagala ombulire sente ezisembayo saagala byakulamuwuliriza Gilbert Amanya Alexis Soni Isaac Aizo 256 Joseph bana ensiremererwangako onakule lwatabuse ne kakati omutwe gwange omuni ndagukyakyewonya Nsereko Starch Nkumaze Dr. Kasule Matia Sebugwawo Medi Sebuma Adam Bruno Da Vinci Emmanuel 179 Bernard Chigundu Alcam Timo Kirungi John Mary Michael UG Gilbert Dennis Kamukama Wetase Michael Hamza Zax Imprune edusiritegedde SD Chris Da Vinci Stephen Omuria Peter Mangeni Peter Chris Fitness Ruburwa munoza sibamazeeyo no mbamazeeyo bantu bange official Beinomugisha Ebenezer Daniel De Walt Natu Habailon Dr. Kasule Matia Majwala Julius guys namwe abali mu Kamoli I don't take it for granted nature we tuli wano sawa ebone dakika 25 and then Saturday and Sunday 5:15 p.m. Ole and Ego TV ntusereti na ye irangezezaako better late than never Eddie Aniku guys I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bobo ino omuntu gomanya ina IST eyo nga nungi oba fielder mugamba je. May God bless you. Ciao.